This is the disabled professor, Chris Geller, coming to you with ideas on depression. The last 2 days have been bad. I'm coming off of it now. My experience with depression is hopelessness, not sadness. Depression discourages me in a very literal sense. It takes my courage away. Doing anything seems pointless. That whatever I do is not going to have effects. These feelings, this feeling of pointlessness feels at the time to be well-founded on facts and logic. For example, starting washing dishes won't result in clean dishes. There'll be an interruption while I'm setting up, so I'll have the filthy sink cleaned, the dishes off to the side, and then something's going to stop me from getting the dishes done. More dirty dishes will just come in. Or it won't be good enough and have to be redone. And while depressed, I can think of plenty of examples of such events. So it feels like I'm making sense. I've been depressed from childhood. My memories of fourth grade, for example, are of a dark room like it's night. And my memories are mostly dominated by that kind of darkness. I remember in the fourth grade the despair I felt in being moved to an advanced math class. I didn't know what the words meant. I think it never crossed my mind to stay after class and ask the teacher for definitions. I just interpreted as my own inadequacy, my own inability to do things. In my pictures at the time, in contrast to like toddler, pre-kindergarten, 4 or 5-year-old pictures. Pictures of me in elementary school show me with my mouth flat and an expressionless face. Now, I thought I was smiling. This carried through well into adulthood. And I can remember pictures of me trying to smile, trying to look pleasant. And I would come out looking what I think this looks like. And I thought I was smiling big, like this. I hope I'm getting it something right now. I had suicidal thoughts for a long time. Even living in this house, which means my oldest was high school age, I would make gestures of pointing a pistol at my head. I knew where all the concrete abutments were when I was driving. One of the counselors I went to related depression to frustration over suppressed anger. Now, I had anger problems, and I suppressed them. When I was working at a scout camp as a teenager, I'd been mad at one of the scout professionals. Oh, I've got a message. I wonder what's wrong. I wonder why. The recording has been stopped on that. Okay, now it started again. I wonder what I missed. I was mad at one of the professionals. I don't remember who. I remember I was out on the nature trail, and I realized that what I was mad at the professional for was not a thing to be mad about. And I stopped being mad, and I realized that I was immediately mad at someone else. I came to realize I was always mad at somebody. And I learned to deal with that by being mad at someone far away. That didn't cause any trouble to me or to anyone else. So the counselor who related depression to frustration from suppressed anger, there's a good foundation there. But they feel very different to me. Anger is outward. It feels like this. Frustration is inward and crushing down, like tied up. Whereas depression is just gone. It feels downward. Sag. Now, the counseling helped. Dealing with anger helped. My wife sent me to a doctor for medication. Now, even with the Prozac, I'll still have bad days. Days where I'm depressed enough that sweeping the floor seems like a silly waste of time. The last 2 days, for example. And I functioned. I got to my daughter's concerts. Wasn't very engaged in them, but I got there. And this last 2 days is why I'm doing it now, doing this video now. I know I should yesterday. The idea of trying to get so much stuff set up. I knew it wouldn't work. By the time I got the notes written and up, and the cameras focused at the right place, and everything's set up, that something would happen to stop it from working out. So, even though I knew I should be doing this video when I'm feeling particularly distressed and depressed, we're going to have to settle on me doing it coming out, on the way out of the depression. Now, specific events triggered my depression over the last 2 days. Things happened that came from my inabilities, my incompetencies, my disabilities, and I really got in touch with my inabilities, my inadequacies, and I just couldn't function well. I slept a lot. And I told my wife, I'm forgetful. I'll get over the depression. So even the positive statement was founded on a negativeness of my bad short-term memory. Just bad memory. So negative gets all twisted into everything. Now my feelings, my depressed feelings of the last 2 days felt founded on solid observations. I could make a rational argument based on the evidence on why I was appropriately feeling bad. Then some nice things happened last night and this morning, and I'm kind of struggling my way back up. But while I was writing my notes, one of my notes says, part of me realizes that the recording won't happen. Oh, it's off again. Did the battery give out? I checked that it had a full battery. Dang. When I'm depressed, right now. While I'm in it, all this seems rational, seems to fit. I couldn't bring myself to set up the cameras and the microphone and the lights and notes and everything yesterday. I was convinced that I wouldn't get through it, that something would happen. I'd screw it up, or something would happen from the outside, and yesterday I don't know how I would have dealt with this cannon going off on me twice just now. Might have just folded up and quit. I have a note there. Part of me, I have in quotes, realizes that the recording won't happen. Part of me still thinks something's going to crash and burn in this. But it's mild enough that I can push through it. So I was thinking the recording won't happen. And I write, a school will call that a kid's sick, or I'll take a bathroom break, get distracted, and forget to come back up. That writing the cue cards will take so long that the kids will come home from after school and there'll be too much noise in the house for the recordings, or that I'll just mess up the recording somehow, like not checking to make sure that the batteries are fully charged. So these are some of my personal experiences and coping tools for depression. Yeah. So these are some of my experiences and coping tools for depression. Full stop. Disabled Professor Chris Gillard, signing off. I really, really, really do not want people to see this. But folks I trust say it's important, say that it might be useful. Okay.